Could you literally lose your healthcare coverage just because of a missed piece of paperwork? Well, it's a pretty frightening thought, right? But for hundreds of thousands of Minnesotans today, it is a very real possibility. After a massive 3-year pause during the pandemic, Medicaid and Minnesota Care renewals are back. And if you aren't prepared, you could actually be dropped from your plan, even if you absolutely still qualify.
So welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly glad you're tuning in because today we're going to empower you with exactly what you need to know to navigate this. We're breaking down how to secure your Minnesota medical assistance, which, by the way, is just what Medicaid is called in Minnesota, or your Minnesota Care coverage. And we're going to show you how to do it quickly, conveniently, and completely online. Whether you're totally new to this whole thing or you just need a quick refresher on the digital tools out there, don't worry, we've got you covered. Okay, here's our quick roadmap. We're looking at the renewal restart, how to prepare, a step-by-step submission guide, where to get help, and post-renewal grace periods. Let's just dive right in.
Section 1, the Medicaid Renewal Restart.
So, for the past 3 years, the federal government essentially allowed continuous coverage. That basically meant you didn't have to prove your eligibility every single year like you used to. But that waiver, it's officially over. Under federal law, the state has to resume checking everyone's eligibility annually. So the absolute crucial takeaway here is this. If you don't respond to the state's request for information, you face what they call a procedural closure. That literally means your benefits are shut off purely because of missing paperwork, totally regardless of your actual income or health needs. And we want to avoid that at all costs.
Now, the entire process actually begins before you ever even log onto a computer. You need to watch your physical mailbox like a hawk for a very specific packet from the Minnesota Department of Human Services. It's going to come in an envelope clearly marked with a blue dot. You can't miss it. This packet typically arrives roughly 1 to 2 months before your specific renewal deadline. Section 2, preparing for online renewal. Success here really comes down to 3 crucial prep steps. First, and I cannot stress this enough, you absolutely must update your contact information. If you've moved in the last 3 years, the county might literally mail your renewal packet to your old address. And obviously, if you don't get the packet, you can't fill it out. Second, proactively look up your renewal month. And third, like we just talked about, keep an eye on that mailbox for the blue dot envelope. Luckily, the state built a really fantastic tool so you don't have to sit around guessing when your stuff is due. You can go to mnrenewallookup.com right now. To confirm your identity, the system just needs 3 of 4 pieces of info. That's your case number, your member number, the last 4 digits of your social security number, or your date of birth. You can usually hunt down your case number or member number on old premium bills, notices, or straight off your Minnesota healthcare program card. Looking at the official checklist from the Department of Human Services, they hammer home that first step for a reason. Contacting your county or tribe if your address or phone number has changed is everything. The whole system hinges on them actually being able to reach you. Seriously, they'll even send you text message nudges if they have your correct cell phone number on file. How handy is that? Section 3, your step-by-step guide. All right, here is where things can get a little confusing, so pay close attention. Minnesota actually uses 2 completely different digital pathways for healthcare renewals. Depending on your exact situation, you're either going to use the M-Shore portal or you're going to use the M-Benefits portal. Knowing which one you need is basically the secret to avoiding a massive headache. Let's break it down. If you're on standard medical assistance, which means you're under 65 and without a certified disability, you're generally going to manage your renewal directly through your M-Insure account online. Simple enough, right? However, if you fall into specialized populations, like maybe you're 65 and older, blind, disabled, or receiving long-term care services, your process is a bit different. For these groups, the state requires asset tests and specific paper forms like the DHS 3876. So your game plan is to fill out that physical paper form they mailed you, snap some clear photos or scan it, and then upload those digital files directly to the MN Benefits portal. And hey, if you are using that MN Benefits upload pathway, it's incredibly straightforward. It's basically a 1, 2, 3, 4 protocol. Step 1, select your county or tribal nation. Step 2, acknowledge the Tennyson privacy warning, which really just explains how your data is being used. Step 3, simply drag and drop your scanned files or photos right there into your web browser. And step 4, click submit. It's a highly secure, super efficient way to just skip the post office entirely.
Section 4, getting help and resources.
Look, sometimes the technology glitches, or maybe the paperwork just feels like a giant puzzle. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you do not have to do this alone. There is human help available. MN's Sure certified navigators are stationed statewide. These are trained professionals who offer completely free, one-on-one assistance to help you knock out your paperwork and get it uploaded. And the best part? This help is available in multiple languages. Now, if you do need to pick up the phone, it is vital that you reach the right office. If you're in medical assistance, you want to call your specific county or tribal human services agency because they're the ones holding your actual case file. But if your household only has Minnesota Care, go ahead and skip the county completely and call the state directly at DHS Healthcare Consumer Support.
Section 5. Post-renewal and grace periods.
Okay, prepare for a massive panic reducer. Let's say the absolute worst happens. The end of your renewal month passes and you just flat out forgot to submit your forms. Yes, you are going to face a procedural closure, which means your coverage pauses. But federal law grants you a 90-day reconsideration window. That means if you submit your completed forms within 90 days after your closure, the county can actually process them without making you start a brand new application from scratch. That's a lifesaver. But be warned, the second you hit day 91, it is a permanent closure. You'll literally have to start the whole shebang all over again. Because of all that, here is your golden rule. You have to make sure you have solid proof that you beat the deadline. Whenever you finish your upload on MN Benefits, always save or print your digital confirmation receipt. Think about it. In a massive state bureaucracy processing hundreds of thousands of files, things can get misplaced. That receipt, that's your golden ticket. It is your legal proof of timely submission. As we wrap things up today, I do need to give a quick disclaimer. The information in this explainer is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as official legal advice. Every single household situation is just a little bit different, so please always consult your local county, tribal office, or Minnesota's official DHS office for specific guidance on your exact case. At the end of the day, they are the ultimate authorities. Which finally brings us to the end of our journey. I want to leave you with one final proactive question to think about. Have you checked your mailbox today? Because that blue dot envelope might literally be sitting in there right now, just waiting for you. Please don't let a procedural hurdle stand between you and the healthcare coverage you completely deserve. Take just 5 minutes today to update your address, check your renewal month online, and get ahead of the curve. Thanks so much for watching, and stay healthy, Minnesota.